Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Is this Elizaveta?
Yes, it's me.
That's how you say your name, Elizaveta?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, great. I am Shakir. I'm Shakir Ashabar. I am the director of the festival. I'm very happy to conduct this interview with you. And yeah, we will be taping this interview and showing it on the website, and maybe to the people who will be following the festival, basically.
Okay.
So once again, very happy to have you in Rabat-Comedy International Film Festival. We are very lucky this year to have several movies very interesting from different countries, and hopefully this competition will be exciting to all of us. And having said that, I want to talk a little bit about your film and about you. I think this is the first time you participate in a competition with or even you submitted, I think, to Rabat-Comedy. So very happy to have you for this first time. This film, Surprise, is something that touched us, because although it's a Russian film talking about a Russian family, we also felt some things that when we were watching the movie, we were feeling closeness, as if this kind of situations do happen, in other cultures, other countries, maybe not the same way, but the feeling is the same. When the feeling when you're in a relationship that is heavy, and then you're not really sure you want to get out, so tell me about it. What made you go in that direction? What made you work on this idea?
Actually, I read a real story in the internet, but this wasn't about a relationship or about proposal. This was about craziness in one house. And because of that, heroes had to make strange decisions and find strange solutions. And I thought, what if I create a weak character and put him in these circumstances? And I made him to weigh out, and I made him do something to set him free. So this was very interesting for me to watch how this man can change himself and can make the first action, the first doing in his life.
Yeah, so this was the first time he was courageous enough to do something he wants, not have people decide for him.
Yes, and when I was creating this character, I thought that he has never done anything before. He is a good boy of his mother, and
Yeah.
And he found a woman who can do everything for him. She always saved him, helped him, took care about him, and this was okay for him, but he understood that she is too big, and one day she will kill him, and he had to save his life himself.
Yeah, well, as I told you, it's a human thing. Many people don't know how to say no. And this is an illustration, and sometimes when you don't say no and then it builds up, you know, you should have said no a long time ago, but then you said yes, and then you said again yes and yes and that, and this guy is trapped by his own yes, by his own manner to not being able to say no until he gets to the point where he is supposed to ask for her hand. You know, he's proposing when he's not convinced at all about the family, the woman, and and it's interesting how we can relate to this psychology of the protagonist, and also kind of excuse him. You know, we feel a bit sorry for him because I guess it happens to all of us. Yeah, but you in your film, I was also very happy to know the other characters. The other characters are also different, peculiar, and you know, they're interesting to watch interact with with the main character. You know, the fiancé, obviously, but also the parents and the two policemen who show up, and policeman and policewoman. So how do you construct this world with all these characters, and how did you construct this story where you end up with several characters in the same house, but yet it's very interesting to see that you made sure it doesn't the story does not stay only between three people or four people. It could have stayed between the four of them, but you added the other characters.
I like when everything is connected, when everybody is connected between themselves. And I love making characters like police officers. And my previous film was about police, and I decided to use the same characters again and add them in this movie too. And for that police officers, this was the second appearance. So they were created before this movie.
You mean the three of them, the two policemen and their boss?
Only the two of them. The boss is a new one.
Okay.
And when I was creating the parents, I was trying to make them similar as the main characters. So the father, he's always silent, and he always says yes to his wife, and he has never told no, and how to say, the mother, she rules him. And
yeah, it's very close to the daughter's story.
Yes, and that's why the daughter is the same, and she rules her man just like her mother does. And that's why only the father could help the main hero. And in the last episode, he glanced at him, and that's this way he gave him a piece of advice, how to do something. And after that, the main hero decided to say no and confess that he made a crime and decided to go to jail.
Yeah, it's a way out. It's a difficult way out, but it's still a way out. But it's also interesting, and how and this is also it makes the comedy even more subtle. We see a man of power, because he has two faces. You know, he's a boss, a policeman boss, but at the same time, he's totally under the rule of his wife, and doing work at home, and cooking, and so it's this double life. Also, it's very interesting to show a character with a double life, and also something also I relate to is how in maybe I don't know if it happens often or if it doesn't in Russia, but it does happen in Morocco. It does happen in many countries where power is personalized. You know, these policemen, when they came in and then they found out it's their boss's house, well, they started working there, you know, doing it changed totally their role, you know. They decided to help, you know.
Yes.
So it's very, they go to a personal level of relationship with the boss, because he's the boss. Then they feel maybe a little obliged to work, you know, there for him, and be nice to the whole family, and that's interesting also.
Yes, because the police officers thought that they are guilty because they came to his house and started to arrest everybody, and after that they had to help him, because they were any way for them, because he could fire him and destroy their career and do everything with them.
So they had to make up for the mess they created by coming into the house. And tell me about the way you filmed it. You're using black and white. It looks like black and white. It's not totally black and white, but you're using at one point images that are desaturated, and then in other times you're using very colorful images. And what made you make all these decisions about how to shoot and how to?
I used black and white in the first episode, because when the main heroes are driving, the main hero is imagining how this celebration will happen, and the black and white frames are happening in his mind.
Okay.
And I wanted to make these frames different, and this was the easy solution for that. I didn't want to make up something difficult for viewers, so that's why I decided to make it just black and white.
Exactly. I mean, we dream, or we daydream in black and white, because most of the time, sometimes we dream in color, but it's not very often. So that was the point, and I congratulate you for the images. They were very nice. The drone images. In which part of Russia was that? The forest and the snow, and it's very interesting, that area.
It's a secret, and
you don't want people to know.
Yes. But the whole story is happening in Moscow region, And
okay.
because I live in Moscow, and so the main characters live in Moscow region too.
But it looked like it was outside of a city, but it was not. When you shot in Moscow, and the images you had from outside and everything, that was outside of Moscow. Is that correct?
Yes, it's outside of Moscow, but not so far.
Okay. Okay.
It's a little town near Moscow.
Like a village.
Yes, yes.
Like a small village. Okay. Well, we know that it's cold in Moscow and Russia. Yeah.
Yes, the last winter, and that winter when we were shooting that film, it was really cold. And
okay, and it was, I suppose, still COVID. We had this COVID policies for shooting, and no, or you didn't. You were already beyond COVID at that time.
Actually, COVID existed when we were making this movie, and I was really afraid that somebody from crew or actors could be ill. Yeah. And actually, my director of photography, the first one, she caught COVID, and I had to change her. And I found new one director of photography, and this was really scary because all of us were living in this house. We rent this house, so we were living there and we were shooting there.
Shooting there.
Yes, and I was afraid that someone of us could be ill, or we can infect somebody. But we were lucky, and this was okay. No one, everybody was okay.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, it was very, very difficult for cinema in general to work in those conditions. Yeah, because even here in Morocco, we had many shootings that stopped for a while because of COVID. In the middle of the shooting, they had to stop, and then because when you have many cases, then you have to stop and wait to see. Who's sick, who's not, etc. Yeah.
Yes, well, the situation was the same in Russia. Yeah. Absolutely the same.
Okay, well, we have still a little time. I'd like to ask you more about comedy. How do you this is your second film, or have you made more films?
This is the second, and the previous one, this was a comedy too.
It was a comedy. That's great. Yes, so you like comedy.
Yes, I like comedies very much, and I want to keep going and make comedies, because I think that I can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And my previous film I told about, this was about police officers too. And this was about craziness too, but this was about craziness in dentistry.
Okay. You mean they went to a dentist and crazy things happened?
Yes, crazy things happens everywhere. So I can just choose the place, choose the characters, and let them exist in these circumstances, and look how they react, how they act. And actually, I think that comedy is a real drama for characters.
Yeah.
Because for my characters, for the main hero, the daughter, it's a drama because she really loved him. Yeah. And she lost him, and she can't be happy now without him. And for him, it's a drama because now he's in jail.
Yeah. But somehow we because it's a comedy, we laugh about what we see, but we get the lessons. We understand a few things about how these relationships sometimes just can't work. Just it's obvious that although they might love each other, or there might be a lot of ingredients, but also you have things that are obvious that will not let things work, or they will be unhappy. A bit like that man, the boss, the chief of police, who's we don't he doesn't look very happy. He looks somebody who's accepted his fate, which is so we get a nice lesson, a nice lesson about relationships. Yeah. And you're planning to do a short next time, or you're planning to move forward with the feature film, or what are your plans?
Of course, I want to move on, but actually I don't know how, and I'm looking for ways. And I have a little script of a short movie, but I want to make a feature film from this. And now I'm working on this, and I don't know what exactly I will do in the nearest future, but of course I want to move on, and maybe I think I can do something interesting. And good comedies in Russia so I see that people need it, and that's why I want to give it to them. So I think that I can be helpful.
It's going to be again a comedy?
Yes, of course.
So you're gonna specialize in comedy cinema, comedy films.
Yes, I chose it and I like it. So I think that I have to do it again and do it better every time.
And you write your own scripts, I suppose?
Yes, I do. I write myself, but actually I want to find a script writer and do it with him together. But
Okay.
now I do it myself.
Yeah, because it's a bigger project, so you need maybe a team with somebody that can also contribute. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. That's very good. You've graduated. When did you graduate from? Did you graduate from a cinema school, I suppose?
Yes, I graduated from higher courses for scriptwriters and film directors last year, last December.
Last December. Oh,
Yes.
So you're very young and very new in the market.
Yes, it is.
Well, congratulations, because you already have a very nice short comedy, and it's always the best way to start a career, with nice movies, short movies, and then build on that other projects. Yeah, congratulations, and once again we're very happy to have you in this festival, and I hope you'll be following a bit the festival. Unfortunately, this year we couldn't bring over the people. This is the first year after COVID, and we're still getting our act together. We weren't even sure we could do it like we're doing it now. We thought we would do it online, but we ended up doing it regular way, and so I hope you'll be able to in the future send us or submit other comedies if you make any other comedy, and I hope you'll be able to follow Rabat-Comedy, which basically is a festival for comedy filmmakers, so hopefully we'll get to see you at one point here in Rabat, maybe for another movie.
Okay, I will send you my new movie when I make it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, and see you soon. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.